Good morning, and it's been a while since I did an update on the the Trans Am restoration. My coffee has not kicked in yet. Anyway, this is a big day. Oh yes, I had the whole body dipped. So Joe and I are going down to Indianapolis to pick that sucker up, and this is the big moment. This is where we get to see how rust-free this car actually is. You never know what's under that paint until you actually strip a car down to bare metal. So this should be pretty exciting. I've got high hopes. By the looks of the rest of that car, pretty rust-free. My fingers are crossed. Those quarters are nice, but who knows? So stick around. This will be cool. And I actually had some aluminum parts vapor honed. A really cool process. So I'm going to show you what they look like and talk about some other stuff I did in the meantime. So here we go. First things first, gotta get this out of this trailer. Joe's Ferrari Replica. This car is so damn cool. He built this thing over the past few years and it looks so awesome. 1960, 61. It's a Ferrari GTO replica on a Datsun 280Z body. Ford 5-liter Ford drivetrain. Thing is badass. So far, so good. Holy shit. Look at these fenders, man. Man, oh man. Wow. This is crazy. Holy cow. Looks pretty awesome. Man, I thought there'd be something in those quarters somewhere. Shit. This thing is crazy rust free. Look at that firewall. My God. That is clean, dude. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Almost like Rich's car, huh?
Almost. I think his was just a hair cleaner.
Let me just run around it really quick and I'll be done in a second. I don't think I could be any happier with the results. My God, this car is clean, clean, clean. I mean, that's that's all we're really seeing right there, you know. Got the car back to Joe's house now, and it is beautiful. The sheet metal is gorgeous. We knew it was really solid, but I didn't think it'd be this clean. I thought for sure there would be something going on in the quarter panels or the lower quarters, like patches. Man, Joe was very optimistic, I think more than I was, and I can't get over how rust-free the car is. I will point out the 3 tiny areas that definitely need repair, you know, until we really look the car over. But I mean, it's insane how beautiful it is. Those of you that have done these cars know exactly what I'm talking about, how horrible it can be when you finally take a car down to bare metal. They had a bunch of stupid screws in here for mud flaps, you know, so this has to be welded up and repaired. But this is nothing compared to what some people have to go through. You know, sometimes the entire quarter panel has to be replaced. The inner wheel tubs have to be replaced. The frame rails can be rotted. Like, this is like, in the scheme of things, that is nothing. The rockers are beautiful. In the passenger floor, which I probably was talking about in a previous video, there was some moisture here, so there is some pitting here, but this is a very small area that can easily be fixed without complete floor panel replacement. Joe can make that perfect again and keep it looking like a factory floor pan in the end when it's all finished. So that's the second area that is one of the worst spots on the car, and those of you out there that know what you're looking at, that's really no big deal at all. Remember I thought this was like fiberglass and it was a, you know, a big mess. That was like that Z-Bart protectant all sprayed all over the place. So tail panels, so many. This side, same thing. Those mud flaps, you know, they hillbillied it up with a bunch of screws. The third main spot that we saw before the car was blasted was this. This little bit of rot down here. And that, I mean, number one, you don't even see this. Yes, it has to be fixed, but I mean, that is very minimal. The 3 major problem areas, which are so minor, other people have to spend months on cutting out sheet metal, welding it in properly, doing the body work, and as you can see, no panels are gonna have to come off of this car. It's crazy. Look at that tunnel. Isn't this nice? God. Yeah. A little bit of dents going on here.
Yeah.
See that?
That one's kind of mangled.
Is it in here? This has a bunch of dents here. There was probably some body work in here, and then of course the mud flap holes, but I mean, the rest of the fenders are gorgeous, so I'm hoping he'll just fix this one. We will see. Oh no. Oh shit. No. No. Yeah. Go. Help. Help, Mr. Wizard. Remember in the old video I was showing you how nice the channels were for the windows? Those are gorgeous. Beautiful. God, look at these floor pans. Nuts, huh? It would have taken forever to wire wheel this down, sand it down by hand. We got a great price on dipping this car, the alkaline dip. I believe the body shell, the two fenders, and the hood was $2,360 for the dip, and they had it for about a month, maybe. Not bad. You know, I was out of town anyway. I mean, honestly, I couldn't be happier. They did a great job. There's not a lot left on it. Sometimes you get cars back and there's a lot of seam sealer still you got to pull off. There's a couple little pieces in the trunk I saw, but that alkaline dip really removed everything. And of course you have to go back in and put all that back. You cannot just leave this like this. Before the car's painted, you got to replicate all the old, you know, fillers and seam sealer, which is not a big deal. It was all up in there, you know. You can see there's a couple, like the big white chunk there, a little bit back there. Joe's gonna pressure wash the hell out of this thing now, because there's still some alkaline in the cracks and crevices, and we want this thing super clean so it could be epoxy primered next, and it won't start flashing and turn to rust, surface rust. So now comes a really good pressure wash. This was inside there, right? This was inside the quarter panel, a chunk of wood. All that shit came out. See all that stuff? That was all down in the corners, down inside. All gotta come out. Look at all that shit. Man, did the shit come out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just gotta wipe it off.
yeah, they say, oh, you just gotta wipe it off before you work on it and paint it. Obviously, it needs to be pressure washed big time. All this shit was down inside the quarters, like I was saying. Just because it's been alkaline dipped, it doesn't mean everything magically floats out of there, you know. So you can see this is definitely a necessary step. That's why I like Joe. He doesn't cut corners, he doesn't screw around, he does things right the first time. It ain't his first rodeo, I can tell you that. He's done many full-blown restorations, concourse winning show cars. This one is in good hands. Now let it drain. Leverage.
That's what I said. See the shit dripping out of there? That's alkaline.
Yeah, see that, guys?
You can't leave that.
No.
Fucking rusty come out of the seams.
See that? Joe knows his shit. He's done a lot of cars. I've done a lot of cars, but I don't do the work he does. I've learned a lot from him over the years, a lot from my friends at the Finer Details. there. So I mentioned in the video that I had some parts vapor honed, and in the last video I was talking about how Joe told me you can take like aluminum parts, and what I've learned, you could pretty much take anything to this vapor honing guy, and he does this process called vapor honing, of course, but it mostly consists of water with a really, really fine, material, almost like a powder.
It's gonna take a little bit on that nasty stuff, but not too bad.
And man, it really makes things look like their original finish again. Whereas if you put stuff in a blast cabinet, you're gonna blast the hell out of it and have, a fine pitting all over it. You do not get that with the vapor honing. So I'm showing you some before pictures of the transmission parts, the aluminum parts, even the cast iron side plate. And I decided to take those old Mickey Thompson valve covers. I said, you know what? I may as well have them vapor honed because I'm thinking about putting them on the car. I love old school stuff. I know the car is going to be 90% stock and original, but the car came with these old valve covers, and Joe and I were talking. We said, man, it'd be cool to put them back on the motor. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world to change valve covers out if you decided to, you want originals on there. And now I'm going to show you the finished product. So here, after I took the stuff to Surface Refinishing Technologies, the stuff looks incredible. Like brand new aluminum again, and I could not be happier with what he did. The guy is very, very reputable, super trustworthy guy. I ended up shipping these parts before I left the country. He's only about an hour and a half from my house, so when I got back in town, I went back up there to pick this stuff up. But look at this. This is the numbers matching 4-speed for my car. There's the VIN number. But the stuff just comes out gorgeous, and it's not all blasted like sandblasting or cabinet blasting at all. It's like the original aluminum finish once again. It's crazy. So he said, I really don't have to do anything to the aluminum. You don't have to really coat it now. You can just leave it like that, or put a matte clear over it if you wanted to. But with the cast iron, there's stuff that you should brush on it to protect it. Otherwise it's gonna, eventually flash and be rusty looking again in time. I'm going to show you what he suggested from Eastwood that I can brush on the cast iron to protect that. But my God, the stuff it's so nice. This all looked really nasty. Everything came out gorgeous. And the valve covers, oh my God, they're like the original old aluminum finish again. See that? Just awesome. Did the insides. I was so impressed with everything. So send him your parts. He's got a quick turnaround. He could do plastic, rubber, aluminum, cast iron, any metals. He could even do that to the window mechanisms inside the doors. All the stuff inside your doors. It's crazy. I recommend him 100%. I'm going to put his information on the screen. I went there. I physically talked to him in person. He's a big car guy. He's a Corvette guy. So it's not like you're just sending it to some company that works on refinishing stuff. He's a car nut. He's a gearhead. So he knows how important parts are and original parts. Like, they're going to be in really good hands with him. Okay, I promise you. I've been to his shop and we talked for over an hour. I said, I got to get out of here. But good guy. And as you can see, he does great work. And this stuff is just beautiful now. So I said, I'm going to look through the garage. I'm going to find, I go, there's going to be other stuff. I'm going to bring you whatever else I can think of. I said, there's got to be something else for this Trans Am we could do this process to, because it's awesome. Just so nice now. Is that crazy? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You'll never get stuff looking like that by just cleaning it with solvent. I mean, it really brings it back to that natural look again. So just awesome. Next, you'll see I took the old heater box and I restored it myself. So that is, I'm going to show you the process I did with cleaning it, the new parts I got, and how I got it to look brand new again. All right, a quick rundown on the AC box. I cleaned the outer housing with degreaser and a little bit of paint stripper to get overspray off parts of it. I quickly used that stuff, but degreased the hell out of it. It came out super clean. The fiberglass looks new again. Every little component that's bolted onto these things you could pretty much buy out there on the internet. I got a new evaporator core. I got all new rubber pieces and plastic parts that bolt onto it. I even got the new sticker that will go right back on there. Even got the caulk that'll go around it when I press it back to the firewall, but everything is ready to bolt back on this thing now. After I cleaned it really well, cleaned all the bolts really nice. I wire brushed all the original bolts and it looks super clean. So now the evaporator core is going back in. You can see all the components are getting bolted on. Brand new blower motor is on now. And I tell you what, the thing looks pretty darn new, and it was pretty simple, you know, not a hard process whatsoever. And the next thing I'm going to do is the heater box. I'm going to restore my heater box next. Lots of parts have been painted already. After the front and rear bumper covers were repaired in Chicago, Joe already has them in paint. He's already got the mirrors painted, the front header painted, the spoilers. He really has been working a lot getting other things ready for this thing once the body's in black. And the paint looks beautiful. The doors are ready to be painted. I got the hood hinges sent out to a friend of mine in Illinois. I'm going to be picking these up Friday, completely rebuilt. So on the next video, I'll show you how the hinges came out. Again, keep watching for updates on this car. As you can see, I'm pretty serious about this restoration, and I'm going to document it all and get this thing back on the road and enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.